We have the smoking gun tape of the president committing the felony. We are listening to the President of the United States on tape, deliberately undermining the security of the national security of the United States, the health and well-being of the people of the United States, and he's doing this knowingly, in real time. It is the smoking gun of his negligence. And as those quotes you were talking about from Mattis and others, demonstrating his unfitness to be the president, but more than anything, instead of leveling with the country, he covers up. We listen to him cover up this grave national emergency.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
This is one of the great presidential felonies of all time, maybe the greatest presidential felony, and we have the smoking gun tape of the president committing the felony.
There are recordings, like you said. There is this smoking gun tape. It will be hard for the president to deny what he said, but I think we already got a preview of what's going to happen coming from the White House press briefing today as Kayleigh McEnany lied and also just threw out a lot of information, some of which was inaccurate, some of which was misleading. There's going to be a full assault coming from the White House on what is in this book.
Yes, there will be, and it's up to Republicans especially to counter that lie. At this point, if the Republican leadership, McConnell, McCarthy, and others try to contradict this obvious, grave dereliction of duty by the President of the United States that is captured on tape, they too are responsible for what has happened here. Look, let's talk about what this really is. This is a kind of homicidal negligence. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have lost their lives because the president put his own reelection interest, as we hear in the tapes and see throughout Bob's book, that he is putting his own narrow presidential reelection efforts in front of the safety, health, and well-being of the people of the United States. We've never had a president who's done anything like this before. 6 days, 7 days after he was told about the gravity of this pandemic and its potential and the pathogens and what has been unleashed in the air, he had the State of the Union address. Like Roosevelt would have done, any other great American president, any other competent, concerned American president would have gone before the State of the Union and the Congress and said, we have an enemy such as we have never seen, and we have a national emergency, and we must join together and fight. And instead, on tape, time after time after time, and through the narrative of Bob Woodward's book, we see the president put his narrow, own, selfish interest ahead of the health of the people of this country, their safety. It is a dereliction of duty recorded as no other presidential dereliction of duty has been, even more so than the Nixon tapes in this instance. So it's going to be very hard to see how this cannot be addressed by Republicans in particular and their candidate for president of the United States. The last time this happened, during the end of Nixon's presidency, the Republican leadership, including Barry Goldwater, the 1964 nominee of his party for president, went to the White House and told Nixon he had to resign. And the facts here are even graver than in Watergate.